topless trans activists at a White House Pride event. Our ancestors are definitely rolling in their graves as I'm saying this, so let's just jump into this if you have no idea what I'm talking about. You know, maybe you somehow gloriously missed this story. I'm jealous of you because it's been all over my Twitter timeline. It's disgusting. It's a disaster. Let's recap it. So basically, a transgender activist and social media star who attended the White House Pride event earlier this week ran around the White House lawn topless, making TikToks, filming himself, herself, whatever your prerogative is, like topless, like naked. For people watching, here is a video of what I'm talking about.
Welcome to the White House.
Thank you.
Happy Pride Month. Happy Pride Year. Happy Pride Life.
Yeah!
Transgender children.
You are beautiful.
You are heard.
You belong.
You are understood.
You are loved.
And you belong. Some of the bravest and most inspiring people I've ever known. And
you're welcome.
Good folks.
Can we take a little video? Hi, Mr. President. It is an honor. Trans rights are human rights. Oh, it's a video. Oh, it's a video.
The monument's in the back, right?
Gay news.
Are we topless at the White House?
And let's not forget that our president, Joe Biden, once tweeted, "We need to restore honor and decency to the White House." Perfect. Perfect description. Absolutely perfect. There's a lot of things to discuss about this, but first and foremost, I want to say that these events and these people, these influencers, these crazy trans activists are ruining it for like the normal people who just want to like live their lives, like, you know, the people in like the gay community who don't want all this attention, who don't want all this, like, you know, all this spotlight. They just want to like live their lives normally, like as anybody else would, you know, straight or gay. They're ruining it for them, and it's giving the entire, like, you know, gay community, transgender community a bad name. Not everybody wants, you know, I hope not everybody would want to run around stripping on the White House or twerking on kids in drag makeup to say that they're included in the community. Not everybody wants that. Basically, I think that we're doomed. Trans activists walking around naked at the White House in front of our decrepit president are the same people who demand respect and equality, when in reality they want to stand out with their outlandish, you know, behavior and outfits and be treated as superior to everyone else under the guise of like, oh, I'm in the minority. I'm a minority, so you should respect me and treat me better than everybody else. That's not equality. They must be new here. That's not what people who want to be equal, like, believe in. They don't want to be elevated above, you know, other people or other like members of another community. They want to just be like treated like normal and like the same. Like, they're ruining it for like the people who are gay, who just want to like be normal and like, you know, go to work, come home, like be with our family and friends. They're ruining it for those people who don't want all this attention. So not only was there a trans, gay, topless, nudist, or whatever you want to call him, her, at the White House, but there was also here's a photo for people who are watching, but if you're not watching, I will gladly explain this one to you. There was a Progress Pride flag hanging from the White House, sandwiched between two American flags, you know, deeming like the Pride flag as our new like religion or something. So the White House press secretary, Biden's press secretary, was asked about these two situations, about this transgender topless person and a Pride flag being, you know, displayed at the White House. You can watch or listen here to the first question that a reporter asked if the Progress Pride flag violated the U.S. flag code. Take a listen.
There's been some criticism also of the White House, the flag placement, the Pride flag violating the U.S. flag code. Did anybody notice that or fail to notice that, or was it an intentional statement? Can you just explain what happened with that?
So the administration was proud, again, to display the pride flag. It was a historic event at the White House. It's centered around love and family, and I think that's important. And so, we're not going to let anyone distract us from that. What was the meaning of the day? What was the meaning of having families here and to celebrate a community? I'm certainly not going to get into protocols from here, or I'll leave that to others. And so, we're proud of this historic event that we were able to put together here on the South Lawn for our families. And so I'll leave it there.
Nope, that's not an issue. We're just supposed to, bow down and salute the pride flag, I guess. Our enemies must be laughing at us because we are appearing weaker than usual, and nobody's taking us seriously. This is a joke. That is a joke. Nobody fought, bled, died for that flag. You're running a flag that does not speak for all Americans. If you want to speak for all Americans, you should run the American flag. Hang the American flag. The American flag. Why would they do something that's intentionally, divisive? Why would they put up a pride flag that's intentionally not, all-encompassing and representative of the American population? The White House press secretary was also asked about the transgender streaker, I guess we can call this individual, who graced the White House South Lawn with his or her presence. And she was basically asked if stricter rules will be enforced for future events, because the White House did put out a statement saying that behavior was unacceptable, and the White House press secretary did comment on it. But what's really interesting is the last couple of lines of her response, and I will play the video or the audio for you to listen to right now.
On the exposure incident on the South Lawn, having received the statement that the White House believes that was inappropriate, disrespectful, is there going to be a greater effort in the future to communicate a code of conduct for White House guests?
Look, as you mentioned, the statement that we put out, you heard from us earlier today, the behavior was simply unacceptable. We've been very clear about that. It was unfair to the hundreds of attendees who were there to celebrate their families. So, we're going to continue to be clear on that. And that type of behavior is, as I said, unacceptable. It's not appropriate. It's disrespectful. And let's not, it really does not reflect the event that we hosted to celebrate the LGBTQ+ families. Again, hundreds of families who were here to celebrate their community and who were here in attendance. So, look, individuals in the video certainly will not be invited to future events. And this has not occurred before, right? This was not a normal thing that has happened under this administration. But we've been very clear about how we saw this particular behavior.
Saying that the behavior does not reflect the event that the White House hosted? Hello? Yes, it does. You literally encourage this type of behavior all the time, so much so that these topics are in children's schools and literature, infiltrating our school systems. You absolutely encourage this behavior. You're just mad that people on both sides of the aisle are maybe someone who's, nude shouldn't be at the White House. Now you're standing up and saying this was unacceptable and irresponsible and unfair, disrespectful, not appropriate. All these buzzwords so people stop getting so pissed off and angry at you. Does not reflect the event that the White House hosted. You're telling me that you putting on a pride event at the White House, you didn't expect people to do dumb things like this? Unbelievable response. Hilarious response, to be frank. And a lot of articles have come out saying that this transgender influencer will not be welcomed back or invited back to future White House events because of this behavior. Very interesting. We'll keep tabs on that because this story seems to kind of still be in the news cycle with just how ridiculous the entire thing was.